Marcus Aurelius was born April 26, 121 AD. His real name was Marcus Annius Versus. His was a noble family which traced its ancestry back to Numa Pompilius, the second of the early Roman kings, who established the religious rights of the Roman people. Marcus married Faustina, the daughter of the emperor to whom he had been betrothed upon his adoption by Antonius. In 161, when Antonius died, Marcus Aurelius became the emperor at the age of 40. Marcus Aurelius detested war, but when the affairs of state seemed to demand it, he went out and campaigned, enduring all the hardships involved with that lofty sense of duty which inspired all his actions. For him, philosophy was more than an intellectual game, and in his respect he showed more insight than he did his tutor Fronto, whose correspondent with Marcus Aurelius and Lucius Verus still survives. For Marcus Aurelius, Stoic philosophy had become a religion. Marcus Aurelius is perhaps best known today as a philosopher, emperor, and author of the Meditations, a collection of physiologic and apologisms of the Stoic ways of life. The appeal of Meditations may be traced less than to the 16th than to the 17th century, a period that witnessed a surge of interest in ancient Stoicism. The book consists of 48 chapters, beginning with the consideration of the emperor's lineage and early education. Marcus Aurelius' entire life is reviewed, with special attention to his outstanding virtues as well as his personal problems, including his wife Faustina and his son Commodus. It has been seen that the equestrian statue of the Marcus Aurelius has long been recognized as a symbol of Roman law and justice. Among the most prominent ceremonies to the emperor's glory and place in succession were equestrian statues in clipped bronze, like the great portrait of Marcus Aurelius, which originally showed him trampling a fallen barbarian and probably erected following his triumph in 176. The equestrian portrait combined two crucial qualities of the emperor, creating an image that was stimulously triumphant and civilian. This statue, which only avoided destruction during the Middle Ages because it was wrongly believed to represent Constantine, the first Christian emperor, is our single surviving equestrian bronze, although other examples known from literary descriptions, fragments, and images on coins. The sculpture was created with three-dimensional form from observed on Marcus. His face, hair, and folded layers of his clothes, and on horse muscles. The emperor's horse is a magnificent example of dynamism captured in the sculptural medium. The horse, caught in motion, raises its right foreleg at the knee while planting its left foreleg on the ground, its motion checked by the application of reins which the emperor originally held in his hand. This bronze sculpture embodies the dedications to Roman style and sculptured portraiture. Just as artists create artwork based on Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor, various sculpted art were also created to portray and commemorate powerful leaders. According to the Kimball Art Museum, despite his nominal birth, Marcus gained the attention of the Emperor Hadrian while still a child and was the subject of imperial portraiture from his youth. The ensuing corpus of portraits records the emperor's changing facial features, as well as his evolving hair and beard styles. One of the busted sculptured portraits of Marcus Aurelius replicates his older appearance and characteristic impression. The portrait shows the style of hair and beard that the emperor wore in the final decade of his life, between 170 and 180 AD. His curls and style appear to have been set, but his hair sweeps up at the forehead, and his beard is visibly longer than the earlier portraits. In the style of the time, drilling was used to make the hair appear sculptural, and the characteristic light and shadow effects of his curls provides a delightful contrast to the smoothly polished surface of the skin. Marcus Aurelius was one of the Roman emperors who educated himself through the writings of his life, philosophy, and use of that knowledge as emperor. He credited with the creation of the meditation books that included guidance and strategies from his time in the Roman era.